Hello everybody, Gibbs and Mac here, and today I want to be talking about how destruction will work in Battlefield Hardline. Now, Thaddeus Sasser is the lead multiplayer designer on Battlefield Hardline, and he tweets out a lot of information on Battlefield Hardline. So this one person asked him, with micro-destruction on Hardline, can you shoot through a thin metal wall like a shed and use it as a peek hole? And Thaddeus Sasser said yes, in some places. Of course, return fire can shred your remaining concealment. And another person asked, interesting. So open fields in C4 may be an obsolete way of drawing pictures, and Thaddeus Sasser replied to that with, it's not quite that detailed, the destruction is micro, but think Battlefield 3 Close Quarters. Now, Battlefield 3 Close Quarters was an expansion pack for Battlefield 3. It was actually a pretty cool expansion pack, and it was kind of unique in that it was mostly centered around infantry. There was no vehicles, it was mostly small maps. And some people liked it, some people didn't. A lot of people thought it was mostly like Call of Duty, and a lot of people liked it because it was mostly infantry, and if you really like infantry, then you'd like that. Now, myself, I really like infantry. I do like to mix it up with helicopters and tanks and stuff, but I really like infantry, and I think the Close Quarters expansion was a pretty good expansion, and it actually had some pretty good weapons. Now, if you have seen the Battlefield 3 Close Quarters expansion, then you may know that the destruction was mostly like just buildings and holes in walls and stuff, but it was actually very good. Now, it's not like you're gonna see massive destruction like the Siege of Shanghai building, for example. Now, in Battlefield Hardline, we have already seen the crane on high tension. We've already seen a few other Levolution, I believe, on the map. I believe on the map Gator Hunt, there is actually alligators that can actually attack you. I don't know if that's true or not, but I have heard that. And also in Grow House, I believe all the drugs can be burned and stuff. So I think that's pretty cool. And another thing is that Grow House is probably going to be mostly infantry. I mean, we have seen it in the Rescue trailer, and I feel like it's going to be mostly infantry and mostly indoor combat, which I love indoor combat. In Battlefield 4, some of my favorite parts in the game were on like the Siege of Shanghai building, for example, or in Sunken Dragon or something like that, where it's like infantry, very detailed, and hopefully we do get that in Battlefield Hardline where it's very detailed, but like something in the map like Siege of Shanghai, I love that building. I love being on top of that building, and it's a pretty good part to, you know, kill other people. Of course, it's kind of a rooftop campy thing, and as well as, you know, you can just camp the elevators and stuff, but I still think that building is very detailed, and I really like that building. Same with Sunken Dragon. That restaurant is pretty cool. I really like it. The only problem is that on Sunken Dragon, most of the time the water's drained, and I guess you don't really have a level playing field because the building's kind of on its side. But I still really like that map, and I think that's a pretty good map. And I don't really like Sunken Dragon in general, but I really like that part of the map. This is pretty cool. If we can get stuff like this in Battlefield Hardline, because of course we're not going to be in bases, we're not going to be, we're not going to get tanks, we're not going to get jets. It's going to be mostly infantry, and most likely most of the maps are going to be set in the United States. That's what I think. I mean, we may get a few maps in other countries like that, so we'll have to see what happens. I mean, we may get pretty bad destruction, we may get amazing destruction. I don't know if we'll get destruction like Bad Company 2, where you could destroy pretty much every building, because if you've ever played Battlefield Bad Company 2, you know that some maps kind of get ruined by the destruction, because by the end of the map, pretty much everything's destroyed, because every building falls very easily. But I still think that would be cool to at least destroy a few buildings. Of course, we're probably not going to get many villages or something like that that are going to be in Battlefield Hardline, because it's going to probably be mostly urban environments. So I know some people, I guess, don't like interior combat. I know some people do, and we've seen it a lot more in the DLC. We've seen a lot of maps in Battlefield 4 get this kind of indoor combat as well as the outdoor combat, but we've seen a lot more detail in those maps. I think Destroyed Airplane on Lost Islands, and the submarine base in Wavebreaker, and like I said, the Sunken Dragon restaurant. I really like this indoor combat. I really like maybe not too many vehicles being able to attack you. Of course, a lot of the maps in Battlefield Hardline will probably be bigger than the Battlefield 3 Close Quarters maps, but just let me know in the comments if you do actually like those kind of micro destruction, or would you like to see more massive destruction like the crane falling on high tension that I guess, changes the map a bit more and is a bit more noticeable? Or do you like that micro destruction and that very detailed destruction? So, let me know in the comments. Hope you enjoy. Feedback is always appreciated, and I will see you guys in the next video.